2024 is coming to an end, and what better way to end it off than sharing my top 10 favorite Funko Pops that released in the year of 2024. So let's go to get this one started. What's poppin' YouTube? Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time on this channel, enjoy this video, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for future content. Today's video, I'm doing one of my favorite things to do when the year comes to an end, my top 10 favorite Funko Pops of the year. And this is the year of 2024. Now, in case you've never been here before, welcome. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and consider hitting that like and subscribe button. But when I do my ranks, I make sure it's pops that are actually in physical hand by the end of the year. So in case if you guys know about Funko Pop digital collections, if those drop in the year of 2024, but the physicals are not in hand by the end of the year, those will count towards next year. Or any drops that we've seen Funko reveal, but the physical pops are not in hand yet. For example, Mars Attack. I could not wait for that set that they revealed. Those are incredible. I definitely would have had the Martian Spy Girl or the Martian Soldier, the glow-in-the-dark chase, in my top 10 this year, but we'll see if they make it in my list for the year of 2025. Anyways, I'm excited, guys. This was such a hard list to make. Nonetheless, I think 2024 was an incredible year for Funko. I know a lot of people jumped ship from collecting, but they released so many amazing figures. And this might be one of my first times where, a little spoiler, but I did not have a Freddy Funko in my top 10. The Freddy Funko Pops that released this year were absolutely phenomenal, but I feel like they gave us so many great licensed characters, some new drops, and I was just like, it was hard to keep Freddy's off the list, but I did it. I kept Freddy's off the list. Anyways, let's start this off with number 10 on our list. We have the Headless Horseman from The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. This pop is absolutely phenomenal. I know we have a little glare right there. We'll take a better look at these once we take them out of the box towards the end. But this pop is awesome. It is awesome. There it is on the back. You can see it. Oh, man. This is easily one of my favorite pops of the year. This year was a really good year for Disney. With Disney Pops, they made so many incredible new characters that we have yet to see. This was one of them. There was a couple others. Jack and Gus from Cinderella. We also had some really great molds that just released from Jungle Book. There was just so many amazing Disney Pops, and I'm really hoping in 2025 we can see a bunch of new characters that we have yet to see in Funko form. One of the ones I've been waiting for is Toddy Copper from Fox and the Hound, but I'm just hoping we'll see a lot of great molds to release from Disney, Pixar in the year of 2025. If you know me, I'm a huge Disney fan. I couldn't go with a top 10 without a Disney pop, and that's what we started off this list with. Next up at number 9, this was a huge year for horror Funko Pops. There were so many fantastic releases. I did try to keep at least just one horror pop on the list, and I had to keep it with this guy over here. We have Art the Clown from The Terrifier. This is the Funko Shop exclusive Bloody Chase. Now this, believe it or not, it is one of the most valuable Funko Pops that released in the year of 2024. Luckily, I have it in my collection. There are rumors that we might have a restock on Funko's site. I don't know if it's going to happen or not, but nonetheless, this is such a fantastic pop for the horror collectors. It's bloody, and this was a great year for Art the Clown. We got our first pops, and they made a bunch of them too. You can see it on the backside. So Art the Clown definitely had some big love from Funko this year. They even made a Funko soda. And the craziest thing is these sell out. Like, people want these for their collections, and I just love seeing that horror is still a very popular line. I personally like horror a lot. I'm not a huge horror fan like Disney or Pixar and all that stuff, but I gotta say, horror pops have been going crazy. They've been doing a really great job. A lot of fantastic molds, new characters that we have never seen before, and that was definitely a great year for Funko. Now, next up at number 8, we have our first Pop Digital exclusive, Swag Hammer with the Nerd Lux from Space Jam. This is just an amazing pop. I couldn't keep this off my list. Now, I know a lot of people are saying, yes, we have a common Swag Hammer that's basically the same as this one, but that one does not have the incredible Nerd Lux surrounding him. And I just love it. It's basically 6 pops in one, and they did such a great job. Space Jam is part of my childhood. I love anything that's nostalgic and reminds me of my childhood, so this had to be a part of my list. Limited to 999 pieces, and it looks phenomenal on the backside. For the Pop Digital Pops, you always have the physical digital card on the backside, and honestly, this one's just an amazing piece, and it had to be in my top 10. It absolutely couldn't miss out. Next, at number 7, we have another Pop Digital exclusive. Once again, it is a Grail piece, limited to 999 pieces. I could not believe they actually made this a pop, and it came out looking perfect. It is the Mosquito in Amber. Now, this is something I never expected to see in Funko form, and it just came out looking fantastic. I thought this was a really creative choice for the Grail for Jurassic Park. I was so happy to hear that they had a Jurassic Park drop happening. And when I saw this Grail, I was like, this is a must-have for the collection. I have a lot of Jurassic Park pops. I wouldn't say I have every single one, but I have like at least 90% or a little higher than that. I just love Jurassic Park. Here's the backside with the card. This is definitely one of my favorites of the year. And honestly, I think this year, all the pops that came from Funko with the drops in the Pop Digital line, there were really a lot of great pops. I was like, dang, I could make like a top 10 favorites with almost just the Pop Digital Pops alone. But I resisted. I didn't do that because obviously I know some people don't collect the Pop Digital Pops or don't really know much about them. But let's move on. Number 6 on the list, we have Coraline in the Tunnel. I absolutely love Coraline. It is such a great movie. One of my favorite animated films, obviously. Outside of Disney, I think it might be in like my top 10, honestly, if I'm not counting Disney or Pixar. But this is such a great pop. The only thing I kind of wish they did was make it a glow-in-the-dark tunnel. I think that would have made it so much better. But either way, this pop looks great. I love it. And on the backside, we have some newer pops that did release from Coraline. I was so happy that they made some new characters. And honestly, I hope they keep making more, because I know Coraline is a huge movie. Big fan base. I myself love Coraline, and I definitely want to see more. But I was happy they finally made YB. I was really happy they finally made that. Now, we are going into our top 5 favorites of the year. All right, number 5. I'm sure a lot of you will agree. Chainsaw Man, the deluxe Chainsaw Man pop. This pop's incredible. You can see so much details going on with all the zombies right there, but this pop's awesome. I actually recently watched my very first anime, which was Attack on Titan. I made a video about it. It was quite a while back. I talked about how I started watching anime a little bit with that, and I absolutely love Attack on Titan. I actually have a pretty good Attack on Titan collection now. And I started watching Chainsaw Man right after. That was the next anime I watched. I watched One Piece a little bit, but I couldn't really get too deep into it. Seeing how many episodes it was, it's going to be hard, but I do want to watch it all. But Chainsaw Man was great, and this pop is phenomenal. I do really like the Chase Bloody pop, but I think this one's way better. He's still bloody on this too. So much detail. Backside, you can see some of the other pops. Chainsaw Man was a line a lot of people were excited for this year in 2024. And I gotta say, Funko delivered very well. This is a great pop. Number 4 on the list. I'm a huge gamer, and when this pop came out, I was super excited. They actually gave us a different pop of him as well, but I went with this one just because it's basically the normal pop. We have BanjoKazooie. Now, the one thing I wish they could have done is make it flocked to give it a little bit of an upgrade. But either way, oh man, BanjoKazooie is one of those games I grew up with on a Nintendo 64, and then I played it on the Xbox 360 when they released it. I don't remember. I think it's on the Switch now too, but I haven't played it on the Switch. I feel like it is on the Switch, and if it is, I think I might have to play it again, because honestly, I love BanjoKazooie. I played the game a couple of times, but this is such a great pop. It is awesome. Here it is. You can see the backside with the title of the game. And then we have the puzzle piece. It's just a really cool pop. And I also love how they have the puzzle piece right there on a number of the pop. I hope this year we see more video game pops. I was really happy in the year of 2024 when they announced the game of the year. we got the Pop Astrobot, which obviously it is technically a 2024 release, but it is not in physical hand until the year of 2025. So maybe we'll see if that ends up on my list for the year 2025. And that's just another example of Pops that we already know of, but they're not in hand yet. So it cannot be included in this list today. We're about to hit our top 3 favorites. Now, I gotta say, it was really hard once I was making it to top 5, but this was a Pop I couldn't keep off the list. I am so thrilled. We have another Pop for the How to Train Your Dragon line, and this is a great one. We have a Pop ride of Hiccup on Toothless. This is so good. I absolutely love it, and I think Funko did an incredible job with this figure. I really like when they make like Pop rides or Pop towns and all that stuff. I think they're great. I know they take a lot of space, but look at all that detail. It is so good. So good. I hope we get more Pops for How to Train Your Dragon. I think it is definitely one of the best Pops this year and easily one of my personal favorites. I'd love to know because I feel like a lot of people will agree that this is one of the best Funko made in the year of 2024. And I'm actually pretty excited about the live action too. We'll see if it's as good as the animated film. I don't think it'll be as good, but I'm really hoping it won't be bad because I know sometimes live actions just, they're not it. They're not it at all. All right, number 2 on our list, we have DoodleBob. Now, SpongeBob SquarePants is one of my all-time favorite cartoons. Once again, hitting nostalgia. And I have been wanting a DoodleBob Pop for such a long time. I know this isn't like super detailed compared to some of the others, but this is just a personal favorite. It's one of my all-time favorite characters from SpongeBob. It's so funny, and they did a really good job. And I just love how they made him like really tiny with a pencil, and then the facial expression is perfect. Everything about this was awesome. And honestly, the SpongeBob 25th anniversary drop overall was just fantastic. Might be one of my favorite drops overall from the year 2024. As a set, I think this might be one of my favorite sets from the year. Probably my top 3 favorite sets of the year, honestly. So this one's easily one of the best. And now it's time for my number 1 favorite Pop of the year of 2024. This one I feel like was a 2023 release, but it did not arrive in hand until 2024. So it is part of this year, and it is Harvey Dent from the Pop Digital Collection drop, the Dark Knight trilogy set. I absolutely love the Dark Knight movies, and this is a Pop that I was so excited for once we saw it part of the drop. I think this is easily one of the coolest Pops that released this year. It is my personal favorite of the year, and it's just so good. I feel like they did such an amazing job. I love the mold. The coin is metallic. It's just really cool. Here's the backside. You can see the card. And once again, this is the grail of the collection, limited to 999 pieces. And of course, that means it has a good value to it. And honestly, I still think that the value should be much higher than what it is, because it is easily one of the coolest Pops that they've released in the Pop Digital line, and my personal favorite of the year. Of course, when you're making a top 10 list, the hardest thing is narrowing it down just to the 10. And honestly, I had such a hard time. I had like 20 Pops. I kept going back and forth trying to decide which ones are my top 10 favorites. And then, of course, when it comes to making the top 10, you have to have some honorable mentions. And even my honorable mentions I have for you guys today, I had a hard time at keeping it just to 5. There was like 10, and I really want to mention them all, but that would have been like a top 20, top 25 list instead, but I didn't want to do that. So here's the 5 that I want to mention. No specific order. First one is Max at the Cemetery from Stranger Things. Stranger Things is one of my favorite shows. The last season was absolutely phenomenal, and this was an iconic moment of the last season, and they did such a great job with this Funko Pop. The mold is fantastic. Here's the back for a better look. I can't wait for the final season. I am so excited, but that was a great Pop. Here is our next one. We have Gingy from Shrek. So Shrek had an original line a couple years ago. I want to say like almost 8-10 years ago. And we only had Shrek, Donkey, and Puss in Boots. Now, in this new wave, we finally got some new characters, and Gingy was one of them. I really hope we can see some more. Here's the backside. As you can see, the only new characters were really just Gingy and Fiona. But we have some new molds of Donkey, Puss in Boots, and Shrek. All of them look great. We even had a Hot Topic exclusive of Shrek. where he's angry and all in the mud. And then we also have the Donkey with Waffles for box lunch. We have like an Amazon black and white Puss in Boots. Not a big fan of that one, but either way, I hope we can see some more Shrek pops in the future. The main reason I'm mentioning this guy is because I really was excited to see a new character from Shrek. And I also think this is one of the greatest sets that Funko made in the year of 2024. So that's the main reason I want to mention this guy. Now, next up, Jimmy Neutron. This is such a great one. I love Nickelodeon. Another one that's part of my childhood, nostalgic and all that. And Jimmy Neutron is a character I've been wanting to see as a Funko Pop for so many years now. And Funko made him. He looks great. They did a great job. I would definitely love to see more Jimmy Neutron Pops in the future. And this is another line that they'd made this year that I was really happy with. Nickelodeon. And we had a couple of new characters down here as well. And we have Otto and Reggie from Rocket Power. I absolutely love when they give us new characters, and I would love to see more new characters from Nickelodeon. I would love to see more SpongeBob. I always love SpongeBob. Next, Lord of the Rings. I've never seen the movies. I really want to. I just never have had the time, and honestly, I don't want to watch them alone, and my wife just refuses. So hopefully one day I can convince her, because she just says, I don't know if I'm gonna like them, they're too long. Honestly, I don't know if I'm gonna like them, but I have a feeling I will. But this pop, I have not seen the movies, like I said, but when I saw this in stores, I was like, dang, this is such a great looking pop. The mold is incredible. It's basically 3 pops in one. Of course, it is a 6-inch figure, but it's so cool. It's so unique. I had a really hard time keeping this off my top 10 list. But the main reason it was kind of easy to keep it off my list is because I've not seen the movies. But check that out. Treebird with Pippen. What is it? Pippen and Mary. It's so cool. This is a really cool one. Now, last but not least, I guarantee a lot of people are going to say this is probably like in the top 5 best pops of the year. It wasn't mine just because it doesn't really have a personal big spot in my heart. But check it out. We have Kaido the Dragon from One Piece. This pop is just phenomenal. It's massive. The details are incredible. Check it out. That's so good. Of course, when it comes to bigger pops, this is a 10-inch. So the bigger the pop, the easier to add a bunch of details. But of course, when it comes to anime pops, the details are always top-notch. I kind of wish they would go all out like on every line like they do with anime. But like I said earlier, I think they've been doing a lot of great job with the horror pops. The horror pops details have been incredible lately. But either way, that's all the pops I want to share in this video. My top 10, a couple of honorable mentions. We're going to turn the camera around and get a closer look. Once again, here we have my top 10 personal favorite Funko Pops of 2024. Of course, I had to have a Disney Pop on the list, and the Headless Horseman definitely earned that spot. What a great Funko Pop. I do wish it glowed in the dark, but the mold is just absolutely phenomenal. Number 9, we have the Art the Clown Bloody Chase. This was exclusive to Funko Shop, and this chase keeps going up. Even the comments been going up. I know it's not really accurate to the scene because he's never bloody with the glasses, but Art the Clown had his first pops this year. They've all been selling out. They've all been really popular. This one, if they never restock, the values are just going to keep going up and up. Number 8, we have Swaghammer with the Nerdlux. This one's awesome. It's essentially 6 Funko Pops in one. It is so good. It was a grail for the Space Jam set in the Pop Digital lineup, and I don't know. It's just definitely one of the coolest ones this year. I absolutely think so. Number 7, we have the Mosquito and Amber, another grail from the Pop Digital line from Jurassic Park. This is one that I never expected or even thought of for Funko to make as a Funko Pop, but they did, and ever since I saw it, I said I need it, and once I got it in hand, I was like, wow, that is really one of the coolest pops ever made. Number 6, we have the Coraline and Tunnel Funko Pop moment. This one is just absolutely adorable. I do wish it was a glow in the dark, but other than that, I think this is probably one of those pops that eventually in time is just going to keep going up in value. I don't think it's vaulted, but I don't really see it often in stores or even available online. And all the Coraline vaulted pops have been going up. So this one is one that I see with potential value. Number 5, we have the Chainsaw Man Deluxe Funko Pop. So this one, it is so cool. It's bloody. You have all the zombies right there. So much detail. And this is a $30 figure. It's a 6-inch deluxe. And I got it off Hot Topic using Hot Cash. I got it for $15. So even better of a deal for such a great molded figure. So this is probably one that I think most people will put in their top favorites for 2024. Number 4, BanjoKazooie. I love BanjoKazooie. This is such a great game. The pop is awesome. They had a pop cover for it too, which I actually really like that one too. I think the mold on that one was better overall, but it's attached to the case, so I went with this one instead. I just wish it was flocked. Number 3, Hiccup on Toothless as a pop ride. This is so cool. I love the movie How to Train Your Dragon. They're all great. I'm excited for the live action. And honestly, if it was not a personal list, I feel like this is probably the best pop of the year. I truly think so. It is such a great design. And come on, it's massive. I love it. Number 2, DoodleBob. I love SpongeBob, and DoodleBob is a character I've been wanting in pop form for such a long time. Funko nailed it. It is such a basic, simple design, but it's perfect with the pencil, the expression. It is absolutely phenomenal. And one pop that I do think from the SpongeBob 25th anniversary set was super hard to find. It sells out. The value's been going up for some reason, even though it's not vaulted. I'm pretty sure it's going to restock, but depending on how many they make again, it still might be one of those that goes up in value over time. Number 1, I had Harvey Dent from the Pop Digital collection of the Dark Knight Trilogy set. It is a grail in the set. It is awesome. The mold, oh, I love it. I love it. It is the first time we ever had a pop of Harvey Dent, and honestly, Funko killed it. The details are just insane. The coin is metallic. I just think the eyes, just everything, the skull, the teeth, it deserved number 1 for me. Even though, like I said, this is my personal favorite number 1, but if I'm being honest, this is probably the number 1 pop of 2024. Overall, though, I love all these pops. Let me know if any of these are your favorites of the year. So that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as always. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for future content. Let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think of my top 10 personal favorite Funko Pops that are released in 2024? Love to know if any of my favorites might have been your favorites as well. If not, share your top favorites from 2024 in the comment section down below. Also, for a bonus question for fun, what is your all-time favorite Funko Pop currently in your collection? Whether it's from this year, another year, it doesn't matter. For example, my favorite is actually still a pretty new one from 2023. If you saw my top 10 favorites last year, you know which one it is. It is the Hakuna Matata Funko Pop moment from The Lion King, my all-time favorite movie. This pop is just perfect. I think Funko brought it to life perfectly. It is such an iconic scene. The song, it's one of the best Disney songs. Every time I look at the pop, I can just hear it in my head. Hakuna Matata. It is beautiful. I don't know if Funko could ever beat this. We'll see. We'll see. At least for me personally. So honestly, this year was great for Funko. Lots of great pops that released. New ones, new lines, continuations of lines that we haven't seen pops for in a long time. Just overall, the molds. The molds have been getting better and better. So I'm excited to see what Funko has in store for us for 2025. I think it's going to get better. I think it's only going to go up from here, but I'm excited. I cannot wait to see what they have planned for us for the new year. Love to know if there's anything you want to see in the future from Funko. Of course, I can never get enough from Disney and Pixar, especially the newer characters. There's so many characters that have yet to be done in Funko form, and I was really happy. This year, they actually brought out some characters that we had never seen from Funko. We had Headless Horseman that I just showed. We had Timothy Mouse from Dumbo. We had some new characters from Jungle Book. Some remakes like the Baloo that looks way better than the OG, which I still like the original. I'm just saying. I like when they make new characters, and I'm hoping for more. I just think it's one of the best things. Because Funko, if you're watching by any chance, there's so much that you could still do. Not even just Disney and Pixar. Like literally. There's so much. And there's some lines that they've never made pops for. And if they could get those lines, oh man. Like, for example, one thing I've been wanting for a long time. Land Before Time. If they could make Land Before Time pops, just anything nostalgia like that, I love it. I love it. So, we'll see what they have in store for us. I'm excited. And I'd love to know what you want to see in the future from Funko. And one more thing I want to mention is my goals on this channel for 2025. So I only have 2 big goals, honestly, because 2024 I wasn't as active as I wanted to be. So one first goal is to make more videos. Even if it's just one more video than I did this year, I'll be happy. Second goal is to hit that 10,000 subscribers. So that was my goal this year. I didn't work hard enough for it. I did not. I posted videos and I was just not as consistent as I wanted to be. And it's okay. It's really because I don't have enough time. I have bigger priorities. I have my family, I have work and all that stuff. This is my hobby. I enjoy doing these videos when I have the time to do them. And honestly, I just post videos when I have time. When I have an idea for a video and if I have time to make it, I will. So that's mainly one of my bigger goals for the channel. So hopefully I have more time. And next year, it might be a little harder to make time because I have my second baby on the way. No complaints. I'm very happy. It is what makes me happy in life. My family. It is my top priority. And this year, you guys are just something I enjoy. I love making these videos. And I love when you guys interact with them. Share your love. It really does mean a lot. Your support is what keeps me going, honestly. If you guys did not support this channel, I wouldn't keep making these videos. But I just want to say thank you guys so much for the likes, the subscribes, the comments. It all truly means a lot to me. And before I end this video, I don't know if you're watching this on the last day of 2024 or sometime in 2025. Happy New Year, guys. Happy New Year. I really hope this new year brings you nothing but better health, a lot of happiness, and honestly, I hope you guys had a good 2024, and I hope 2025 will be 10 times better for you guys. Thank you guys so much for your time, your support. Truly appreciate it. Have a good new year. Thank you all for watching, and peace.